Yo, what up? It's your boy BigDonSkillz bringing you another video today, and we just hit 300 subscribers on YouTube, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all that has stuck with me on this journey so far. And today I just kind of wanted to go over, my YouTube in general, almost like a live reaction and review of my own channel. Just by talking about kind of like the steps I've taken to get to this point. Not to say that I'm in any sort of high echelon, but I just think it'd be cool to break things down and just talk about how I feel like my content has kind of changed a little bit over the past few weeks. So yeah, that being said, man, we just hit 300 on YouTube. We already hit 303 by the time I even started recording this. So, we're getting some traction, and that's really, really dope to see. So you'll also see right here, my Twitch channel, we're at 919 followers too. So if you aren't following the Twitch channel right now at BigDonSkillz, you need to check in the description section below. But I also wanted to bring Twitch into play of this because I've actually focused a lot more on my Twitch, and I felt like at times I would just go periods of time of neglecting my YouTube. And I think it's a bad idea when you're really trying to get into this content creation, because you got to utilize all your resources. You got to do whatever you can to increase your chances. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't, it's like practice makes perfect, but at the same time, getting yourself visible to more people increases your chance of being noticed, every time I upload a video, I put it on like all these different websites, right? And you'll be surprised, like the stuff that hits, even on Tumblr, which I don't even use the website Tumblr. I don't even know how to use Tumblr. I share all my videos over to Tumblr and throw hashtags in them, and like people like the videos over on the Tumblr site, and that's probably gained me a certain amount of subscribers. So I think that's one thing that a lot of, especially new content creators, forget, is like, spread your stuff throughout, man. You seen I'm on TikTok. I've been trying to even promote my TikTok. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, obviously, even on Facebook. I'm on everything, because somebody may hate using Twitter, but they love Instagram. Somebody may love Facebook, but they don't watch Twitch. Somebody may love Twitch, but they don't like Instagram and YouTube. So you have to throw everything out there, because you have different people who like your content, but they want to enjoy it in their personal way too. So with that being said, I just wanted to talk about my videos and how they've kind of look a little bit of background of me and how they've changed over time. So if we go over here to my YouTube studio, this is where I can look at my analytics. A lot of videos are private now, you'll see, because recently, over the past month or two, I went back and cleared a lot of just random videos that I feel like didn't really represent me, or were just kind of garbage videos. I've cleared a lot of that stuff out. It's still available, it's just been privated. But I just thought it'd be kind of cool to talk about some of this stuff. I have old videos dating back to 2015, 2016, but this stuff was just mainly for fun. The sudden death one was super funny. I actually was streaming back then, but I didn't take it serious. It was just for fun. I'd throw the capture card on, connect it in my MacBook, had this super pixelated stream, and just laugh and play with my friends when they were over at the house. So there was there wasn't anything much to it. But I started off with this video right here. It's going down, Jet Set Lucio. It was a video talking about, or not even talking about, but just having music from Jet Set Radio, which is one of my favorite games of all time, and then combining it with Overwatch when Overwatch first dropped out. So Lucio was like this music guy. The editing's basic. I can go back and look at it now and be like, yeah, this wasn't any good, but at the same time, I wanted to make a point that sometimes even when you put stuff out, you're the biggest critic of your own content. So in a case like this, I don't really care for it, but I at least put it out there. And this video's almost at 1,000 views, even though it's old. It still garnered views because it was on a popular game at a time where everything was brand new. So you could get away with some not that good clips, you know what I mean? But the big point is you gotta at least put your stuff out there. And I've talked to too many people who tell me, I would have loved to do this, man, but I'm too lazy, y'all. Or I don't know, I'd love to do this. Video editing's hard. And if you don't try, you're never gonna know. Um, and I know also people who are overly perfectionist, and they're like, well, I want this to be this quality, and you're not gonna be able to present that result until you learned a thing or two. You know what I'm saying? So this is on an old software called Sony Vegas Studio, I believe it was called. You know what I'm talking about, the Sony Vegas. I moved away from this to Adobe Premiere because it was a good software, but I had a lot of issues with it, force closing and stuff like that. And I was like, Adobe is the one used by the big boys, so let me learn the big boys software. And everything I learned is from YouTube. And that's another thing. Like anything you want to learn about, take your butt over to YouTube, and it's gonna teach you. Now let's jump into some of my other videos. You'll see that like a problem that I have with my content, and I think is something that's so important that may be a common tip, but like for real, be consistent with your content and pay attention to your stats and analytics, because you can check your analytics and see, are people watching your video? Are people clicking on your video? How long are people watching your video for? Is it your tags? Is it your thumbnails? Is your titles not good? There's a lot of factors you can kind of look into to really figure out what you can and shouldn't improve on. So you'll see here when I first started this back in, I'd say April, May of 2018, you'll see a lot of inconsistencies in uploads, right? So you'll see May 2nd, 3rd, it jumps 5 days to the 8th, jumps 7 days to the 15th, jumps 11 days to the 26th, and then jumps another freaking 2 weeks. You see all these inconsistencies, and with the exception of, like my channel intro and this video, these view counts haven't really gone up, and these are 2-year-old videos. So that just kind of shows that like putting that content out there and giving people the perception that you're bigger, that you're like, that they should be watching you, I think is a major key alert. Something I learned over the past, I'd say few months, honestly. So you'll just see, like I said, my inconsistency in videos was why I just wasn't really getting much traction on YouTube. And I eventually started trying to work my Twitch followers over to my YouTube and trying to bring people over vice versa, because once again, in order to grow, you gotta really like cross queue the different channels, different pieces of content. And I think that was nice, because now a lot of people who follow me on Twitch also watch and comment on my YouTube, so that helps boost my YouTube interaction, thus getting YouTube people to check into things. You see how it's all like a chain reaction, and that's just something I've been really trying to get on, just chain reacting the content, and then kind of also filtering my content a little bit, having a little bit more of a tunnel vision. I sat down and thought about what makes my stuff good, what doesn't make my stuff good, what do people watch me for. And I always go back and watch like my video archives, and was that a good stream, or like, was this video good? Like, would I watch this video if I were checking BigDonSkillz out? And after writing it down, I think what I wanted to focus on was content that showcased my personality while being entertaining and relatable at the same time. So it's like, yeah, I'm decent, I'm pretty good at video games, but my channel isn't gonna flourish if I'm gonna be a freaking Call of Duty player who plays Warzone. That's not me. Or if I want to be a professional Smash Bros player, I don't desire to be that. So instead of focusing on that gameplay heavy content, now I can have my personality, flourish through that content, which may be pretty good. It'll still be entertaining to watch for people. It just won't be on that level of like, Daquan, Shroud, Ninja, Myth, the TSM boys, stuff like that. It's just not me. And I think that's something too that you have to be realistic with yourself about when you jump into this, because it's like, well, I can go for these super cool highlight videos, which by the way, my highlight videos don't get any sort of numbers, because highlight videos are watched by people who think you're you're amazing at what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not amazing or not super funny, nobody watches your compilation videos, because you haven't shown to the world who you really are yet. So that's something I had to move away from. And I think the recent influx of my opinionated videos are great, because it lets people interact with me and the video. And then now too, if you're also on my Twitch side, we can talk about things on the Twitch side of things. So it just creates a big, like, flowing discussion of just content. I don't know. I just thought that was really cool. That's kind of what I like to go for. Just having that continuous interaction where people want to talk and people want to pop questions or bring ideas and suggestions. I mean, they can do that. And I think that's been great. And since I have been putting, you know, fairly consistent content out, 1 day, 3 days, this video will be today, 4, 5, 6, 1 week, 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. So there was a gap right here, because I didn't have my internet. So that was my excuse. And even when I didn't have my internet, I still uploaded stuff. But, you know, over the past month, I've been trying to do it, and you'll see my average views pretty much starting from this Ellen video. A lot of my stuff is getting some higher view count. And with the Xbox video hitting, now you're bringing subscribers. So that's really it. I don't know where I was going with this video, but I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. It was cool. I just really want to thank everybody for the 300, and as well as everybody who's followed me on Twitch to bring me to 900 and almost 20 followers, excuse me. And once again, man, I appreciate y'all for being here. If there's more stuff you want me to talk about, you know, you got the comment section below me. Please bring stuff up. I love to talk about certain topics. But yeah, it's cool, man. I hope y'all enjoy y'all day. We'll be streaming here shortly as well. So if you're watching this video, I'm probably already streaming. Who knows? But I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. And guess what, y'all? Peace out. Deuces.